Hello, welcome. In today's video, I'll be talking to you about my hair struggle, what I've gone through. I have experienced hair shedding, I have experienced thinning, I have experienced a lot of health issues. And if our internal health is not okay, our hair will not be okay. That's according to my experience. Welcome all. My name is Flo Ngugi, and in this channel, my channel is Flo's Microlocked World, and I'll be sharing with you all about the struggles I've gone through: hair thinning, hair shedding, general health, and how I overcame all the problems. Because right now, my hair is back, it's healthy, and I love it. I love myself, and that's all what I'll be talking to you about. We'll be discussing a lot, encouraging each other, sharing ideas, sharing experiences, and I welcome you all. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you about how I lost my hair. And I lost my first bunch due to allergic reactions. And I only started by, sneezing, coughing, and feeling a lot of inching in my scalp. I could not, I was not comfortable at all. I always felt like inching, scratching my scalp. And that went on. I could not control myself. So I started scratching a bit. And my scalp was very sore and very painful. And after that, okay, I only took some tabs to antihistamines to cool down the reactions, the allergic reactions. And after that, after around 2 years, with that, I scratched my head, my scalp, and I lost some hair. And it was not that severe, but it was thinning, like thinning, I could see that my lock is only attached to to a very few strands of hair, right? And I was over that. And later, after around 2 years, hey, the big problem came. I started feeling pain around my abdomen, having back pains, feeling like pregnancy symptoms, and yet I'm bleeding. I was bleeding like crazy. I would bleed and bleed like every other period. Any other day the periods would come, it would take around 5 days, and it is bleeding like heavily, right? And after that, I went on to have some very complicated symptoms, like, having pain in my abdomen, feeling pregnant, even, fake pregnancy, even vomiting, like you are pregnant for real. But it was not that. So, due to that bleeding, I experienced dizziness, headache, feeling tired, like every day, every time you're tired, even after waking up in the morning and you had a good sleep over the night, but in the morning you're feeling tired, you're feeling like you can go back to sleep. After experiencing all that, I went to a doctor, and he said I was anemic, that I did not, my hemoglobin level was 7, right? So I was advised to take a lot of tabs to bring back my blood, and take a lot of juices, right? And eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. That is what I did. Okay, it was you know an option just to calm down the symptoms, because the bleeding did not stop. And okay, the blood maybe came back a bit because the dizziness went away, but the main problem was still intact. So later, I went for checkups. I went for the four CT scans, and with all those checkups, CT scans, taking some tests, they said I had what? I had fibroids, and they said that the fibroids were, they were growing uncontrollably. So with what they said they have to do, a biopsy because, the fibroids, the growth that they were growing, the rate that they were growing in was a bit shocking. So they opted for a biopsy, and the biopsy was done, and they determined that I had to have a hysterectomy. And by hysterectomy, I mean the removal of the womb. And now that has taken a lot of days, like around a year, because I had to go for those tests. Okay, I went for ultrasounds like 3 times. They always said it was hormonal imbalance. They gave me tablets. I took the tablets. Nothing changed. I went again. They said I had PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. They gave me tabs. I took them. Nothing changed. You see, the bleeding did not stop. The back pain did not stop. The abdominal pains were even severe. I felt like, like the pain you feel when you're around about to give birth, right? That with the contractions, right? So after they determined that I had to have a hysterectomy, so I had no other option, and I thank God because I have 2 boys, and the doctors, I was taken for therapy. They talked to me, and they made me understand how the situation was. And so I decided to have the hysterectomy, and it was done. And all this time, uh, I don't want to, to, to paint the picture of what I was going through, because now with the anemia, I'm having hair loss, like real hair loss. I would lose any hair anytime. Anytime I would do my lock like this, and it was done. It was off. I lost my self-esteem. I hated myself. I felt like, why me? I even regretted why I had even to regret why I had done the microlocks in the first place, because I loved them so much. And now seeing them, plucking off one by one, it was so annoying and so heartbreaking. And I have notes with me, please. And after the surgery, I came back home, and my hair did not regain its strength right then, because when I went for the surgery, I had to be admitted earlier because they had to do blood transfusion, because I did not have blood. I remember I was transfused before the surgery, and even after the surgery they did it, because I was very anemic. I did not have blood, and by that anemia I lost hair in the hairline. I lost a lot of hair, as you can see, and even in my crown part, it was bald, like bald. I remember after surgery, in my bed, I would, you know, turn myself around and see my locks in the bed. And I felt like now I've lost everything. I've lost my womb. I'll never give birth again, and I expected maybe I can give birth to a baby girl. I felt like I lost my womb, I lost my hair, I lost my beauty, and the stories that come around you from people. We are Africans, and people do talk. They were talking like you can't imagine, but I thank God because I overcame all that. And after surgery, I came back home, and now my family was advising me to shave the hair. I looked like very weak. I was very weak, pale, and I was bad. It was bad. It was a bad situation. And when I came back from the hospital, now I was eating healthy. I was taking multivitamins. I was, drinking smoothies, the beetroot ones, too, and carrots, to 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 add on more blood in my body. And by God's grace, my health came back, but my hair didn't. Even when I was recovering, my hair was still thinning, and I was still balding. I would notice a bald part in my head any time of the day. And my mom was encouraging me. She used to tell me, shave it all and let your hair regrow again healthy. But something inside me told me to keep my microlocks. I adored this hair. They were very full, and that is all what I had ever dreamt of. And after taking the tabs, taking greens, taking the beetroot smoothies, now my hair started regrowing bit by bit, and it has now grown. And I'll show you the crown part, how it looks like. And it has now grown, and I'm very hopeful with the way it looks right now. Now, when I came back from the hospital, I noticed that my scalp was very sensitive to even any other oil. I could not apply any oil. From then, I've been applying coconut oil, I've been applying amla oil, and I've been applying rosemary oil. Yeah, those are the only oils I use on my hair. Otherwise, if I put any other oil or any other products, the scratching, the inching comes back, right? And on also, I now changed my diet, right? Yeah, now I very much concentrate on what I eat. I don't eat any other thing, right? Now, with my sensitive scalp, I realized that I cannot be washing my hair like I used to. I used to wash my hair every weekend. And now I don't do it anymore. I wait for around 3 weeks to 4 weeks. That is a month before I wash my hair. And there's another, home remedy I do. I extract, the bulb onion. I extract the juice, and I also extract the juice from garlic. Is it garlic or ginger? I extract, yeah, garlic, and I mix the juice. And after mixing, I apply it on my hair, wear a shower cap, leave it for 2 hours, and then I wash my hair, right? Now, what this juice does, it has healed my scalp. The sensitivity is fading, right? My scalp is not as sensitive as it was earlier. And now my hair is growing healthier and very strong, right? So I can attest that this juice works. But you will deal with the smell. You know how the orangey smells? Yeah, it has some very strong smell. But when you wash and rinse and then you apply the oils, the oil has very sweet smell. Yeah, when you apply it, it works well with my hair. Now, now the if you've ever lost your hair, if you ever experienced thinning and hair shedding, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because hair shedding is not easy. It can even lead to mental issues, because this is something you love, this is something you've taken care of. Right? For me, I always tell you that I do my hair myself. I do it myself, and I love this hair. I adore it. And losing it was so difficult for me. I felt like the world has crashed, right? But I did not know that I will come to use this hair to encourage people like you who are watching me right now, who are going through the same troubles I went through, the thinning, the shedding, the health issues, the surgeries, the bleeding, anemia, name it. The people who are going through all that, as you watch me and as I talk to you, like I went through it and I overcame it. I did not know that I'll use this hair, the bald hair I have, the uneven locks I have, to encourage you guys. So I thank God, because, I would have shaved it. But you see, God kept giving me that strength to keep my hair. And here I am encouraging you and telling you that you're beautiful and you're amazing the way you are. And your makeup looks are amazing no matter what. People ask questions like, when you put your hair free, like you style it backwards, people ask why this part is shorter than any other part. And you just reason with them, you answer them according to how their question was. But you see those questions, those, people looking at you like it's funny. Yeah, it brings you down. But what I would encourage you is that if you're experiencing any of the problems that I've mentioned or struggles that I've mentioned, be encouraged, because I went through it all and here I am, very strong, and sharing my experience with you guys, sharing with you what works, what did not work, how I work, I take care of my hair and all that. We can't shave our hair. This is a crown. We must love our hair, even if it's uneven, even if it's, it has bad color or anything, even if we have grays, like I have some grays around my hairline. Yeah, when my hair went thinned and it shedded here, the regrowth has grays. I noticed that the grays are very many here, and I love it the way it is. So we will have to embrace our hair, we'll have to love our crown, because that is how we are. Whether you're going through those hysterectomies, hysterectomy, especially in Africa, it is a very big thing. Like, people talk about you like for real. They talk behind your back that you don't have a uterus, right? And for me, I was a bit strong because I had two boys, right? One is 17, the other one is 7 or 7.5, 7, yeah, around 7. And I know there are some who have gone through the same issue of hysterectomy, and they don't have even a single child. I want to encourage you that it is well. You will love yourself. You feel encouraged, because there are many options, right? You can have a child even if you've not given birth to that child. You can take care of a child and feel a mom, feel a parent. Yeah, there's nothing hard in this world. And for those who talk behind people's back that, the uterus went, she's now empty, they used to say that now she'll go direct to menopause. Hey, we are slaying. We are still beautiful, and we love ourselves like we never left, right? And we'll take care of our hair, we'll take care of our health, and we'll take care of our health now going forward, even more than we did. We are now back with a lot of strength, a lot of energy, and a lot of faith in God, because God works miracles, right? So, now, if you experienced hair loss due to allergies, fibroid, surgery, please let me know in the comment section, what you went through, how you're dealing with it, how, the experience you had. I would so much love to share with you, because this is the only platform that I've shared my story in, and I'm still healing. I can't deny that. I'm still healing. So if I hear a lot of stories from you guys, and you've already heard from me, it will encourage me, and it will be good and sweet. Okay, the plant behind me is fruity. If you know the name of this plant, kindly let me know. In our native language, we call it jarifo. I don't know how you call it. Yeah. So we have a lot of fruits here, and that's why I like recording my videos outdoors. I love nature, and I know when you watch greens like these, trees, fruits, flowers, everything, you feel better. It soothes our minds, right? Yeah. So If you experienced hair loss, you've gone through a lot of stress because of thinning hair, you are struggling to love yourself again, you are struggling to you're struggling to have the courage to speak, or heal out loud. Yeah, as you heal, you give your story. Please let me know in the comment section, and kindly subscribe, like, so that you can help it grow this channel, right? Yeah, I have a lot in store for you, and I'm looking forward to have a conversation with you guys. I'll be available in the comment section. We'll talk and encourage each other. Wait for more, and see you in the next video. Bye.